Hey guys, welcome back to another Toker Talk. Today we're going to be talking about Tokyo gangsters try to save the world with time traveling. What? It's not... What's it... Really? Today we're going to be talking about Tokyo Revengers. It's 4 o'clock here at the Kobra High home, so let's just jump right into it. For those of you that didn't join us last time, Pre-Sesh is a segment where we talk about the things that you might like about a series and the things that you might not like. Tokyo Revengers is insanely popular right now, and for good reason. It's actually a pretty good anime, which I've only seen. I haven't seen the manga, please no spoilers. As for the plot of the show, we follow our stereotypical loser anime protagonist who has had a terrible life of mediocrity, who finds out one day that his ex and only girlfriend has passed away. Then later on that day, he ends up, almost dying, and because it's anime, rather than dying, it ends up transporting you back in time, because... reasons. And when I went into this anime, I was expecting a much more action-based kind of series. I was pleasantly surprised to find a psychological mystery in lieu of what I expected to be an action-packed and high-paced experience. The series focuses heavily on the MC as we get to see how his past defines his future, how he gets to change the past in order to change that future. The series also focuses heavily on the Tokyo Manji Gang, run by Mikey, both as it was in the past and as it changes in the past, and as it is in the future, and as it continues to change in the future. As well in heavy part focusing on the relationship between our MC and this ex-girlfriend, although current girlfriend in the past that he returns to, and his attempt to save her, thus the name Tokyo Revengers, because he's revenging her by not letting her die. Like all the stereotypical revenge plots. The strong points of this show are definitely in its storytelling. It's always keeping you guessing, you never exactly know how it's gonna go. And you get to see a lot of butterfly effect type deals as you watch him trying to save his future by altering his past. The other thing this show does incredibly well is the few action scenes that you get to see in it. They're both well choreographed, as well as being a lot more realistic than a lot of your other anime fights. Now, obviously, this isn't to say that there isn't exaggerated moments in combat, but it is to say that the stakes feel a lot more realistic than in series where, people can punch through walls, and somehow other people can take that punch and not be affected. Now, some of the things the show doesn't do super well is it doesn't go out of its way to explain how the time traveling actually works. Now, that might be something that comes up more as the series goes on, but as it is right now, the first time he does it is completely different from how they explain that it works every other time. So that's an incredibly confusing point of contention for me. Another thing that really confuses me in the series is his relationship with his ex. Not because it's not necessarily well developed so far, but more so because it keeps seeming like this guy doesn't really give a shit about this girl. Doesn't remember her existence until she dies. Doesn't even remember her face up until he actually sees her again. And then every single time that he goes from the past into the present, his past self is a real fucking dick to her. Like, he straight up ends up trying to cheat immediately after the first time. We also know from her own explanations that he tends to avoid her when he's not his actual future self. And we also see that he's the one that broke up with her in the future arc. So like I say, obviously this past version of him doesn't have as much feelings for this chick as the future version does. Which also I suppose brings up the fact that, 28-year-olds dating middle school students, weird. Doesn't matter the context. Odd. Please stop doing this, anime. Now, despite this, I do really like this anime, and that'll probably influence my opinion a little bit biasly, but I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, not only because it is a rather interesting anime, but they do tend to do things from a different kind of perspective than what I have grown accustomed to, which is definitely a refreshing feeling to have while you are watching it. Alright guys, that'll do it for today's take. If you enjoyed, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and follow that.